Okay. No pressure. I got my team here, my team of amazing doctors who absolutely float my boat and rock my world on a regular basis. So when I have a client come my way who stands out and fills my heart and just grabs a little corner of joy and happiness for me in every experience that we have together, I mark them in the back of my mind as this is somebody who I want on my team. And I'm introducing my coaches on the Staffless Practice team to our podcast, to our community once again. So we've got Dr. Kent, Dr. Marcy, and Dr. Shona, and you guys know how much I love you. If you want to just take a few minutes and tell our audience who you are, where you are, what you do. Shona, we'll start with you.
Okay. Yeah. Hey, guys. So Dr. Shona McKenzie, I'm a chiropractor in Minneapolis and originally from Canada, but I realized I've been here for like 30 years now, which is crazy. And I've been in practice for 26 years and I've been totally staffless for about 16, 17 years. Then when I met Dr. Jody and she helped me get my systems super, super clear, super strong. And I've just been seeing tons of growth since then. It's been amazing. Yeah.
And Kent, who are you? Where are you? What do you do? What's your jam?
Absolutely. I'm Kent. I'm also a practicing chiropractor. I'm in Portland, Oregon, and I worked with Dr. Jody opening up my practice when I first started out of school in 2022. So I've been staffless from the start, and she just was a wizard with all the systems and all the things that I needed getting out of school to really move from just the books to starting a practice and doing it the way that I really wanted to, which is why I'm wearing our Joy Sparker sweatshirt for the podcast today.
And Marcy, on the opposite end of the spectrum, has this amazing team. Please introduce yourself, where you are, what you do. Can't hear you. So as Marcy gets her sound, just interrupt me, Marcy, when you're ready for me. I just wanted to have a relaxed conversation about what it's like to be a coach on the Staffless team and some of the fun things that we see that we're witness to. What started as an idea, as a very small endeavor, has really grown into this whole experience. Like now we're a full service marketing agency and we've got all of the programs and all of the books. So Shona, what would you say is what surprises you most? What's your experience? Shona serves most as our systems coach. She is the go-to on our team if somebody needs support with getting their time, energy, money systems in order. Whereas Ken is more of a mindset coach where he works with people in helping balance what's going on between the ears. And Dr. Marcy is our stats practice growth team coach who really helps people scale as they move through our program. Marcy, do we have your sound? No, not yet. No. It might just be the computer, Marcy. If you want to join us on your phone, that might be a way to go. We sure would love to be able to hear your amazing voice. So Shona, please, what do you experience? What do you notice?
Gosh, well, for me in the beginning, systems were important, right? That was, I really believe that if you don't have your fundamentals down, you need to have your head in the right place, your heart in the right place, and you need to have super clear systems in your office so that you're not flying around, right? Like a flea in a colander, as my mom used to say.
What is it? Fleeing? Like, what do you say?
A flea in a colander. It's a colander is like a strainer for pasta, and a flea is a flea. It's a British saying. But once you've got, I feel like once you've got your head in the right place, your heart, and you've got some really good systems in place, then you're ready for growth, right? And then once you're ready for growth, that's where all the other aspects come in, like the Facebook and Instagram, for me, the practice suite has been such a game changer because I get to have everything all in the same place. And I'm really looking forward to utilizing more of what the team has to offer, because I don't really do a lot with it, but I would like to do more and just see how much more I can grow. I'm super excited about that.
It feels like there's always something else that we could, like, you guys, I just spent 4 days with the Go High Level community, which is, we're a Go High Level powered agency. And I have, if you could see my whiteboard, I have a huge whiteboard, and all of the things that I want to implement, that they're all surrounding marketing, of ideas that I don't even know what half of them mean. So Ken, what do you notice? What are your aha moments?
Well, first, I want to give a plug to Dr. Shona for being a systems guru, because I see her live it. Because she's juggling all these things. She's a martial artist, she's a mom, she's going to start bouldering with her kid. And our team is like, hey, can we do this thing on Friday? And she's like, nope, I'm
Right.
booked. Boom.
I agreed.
And there's no wishy-washy this. And I find, the name of my personal practice is clarity. And I think that the more we have clarity in ourselves and our systems, like Dr. Shona has so well, the more we're able to actually find that balance in our lives. And so for my ahas working with people is that we have a process for helping people get clear on what's really important in their practice. And one thing that attracted to me about working with Dr. Jody and how I'm able to serve people now is an integral part of our foundational program as people are entering into work with us is helping people get clear on what they want, not someone else's practice, not someone else's dream schedule. What actually is going to make them happy and give them the balance? And then we start to build from there. Because I think, and I've heard this from a lot of docs who have burnout, and burnout is just, it's written over, it's everyone. There's so much burnout and overwhelm, is that they built a practice that they didn't want, right? They're serving too many people or not the right people or in a way that wasn't sustainable, authentic to them. And I love being able to work with people and being with a program here where we want to start with helping people get clear on what it is that they want and then helping them actually build that.
Ken, I've loved watching your journey of figuring out what you want. Like it's almost like you went in reverse, where you had this idea of the way that practice should be, and we're going to get the systems and we're going to get the things done. And it's evolved in such a cool way over the past few years. Tell us what you're doing now. Like, I think it would be really helpful for the audience to get a perspective on the kind, like you can live completely outside of the box, you guys. You can do it any way that you want to do it, as long as you're within the statutes of the law, right?
Yeah.
About what you got going on there.
Yeah, absolutely. And well, it's nice to remember that these things are always a process. We have a lot of things, and we think perfection is something we need to have it written, set in stone, and I don't think that actually happens for us. And I'm earlier on in my career than some of these wonderful other doctors here, but I don't think there's ever a point when you've really just arrived. In terms of my practice, I opened up a brick and mortar practice and realized that doing that in that particular way and building towards high volume in the city I was at was not what I wanted to do. And I really wanted more flexibility and freedom. So now I work with a team practice of amazing doctors here in Portland. And my private practice is all remote, where I'm able to do neuroemotional work and the nervous system chiropractic that I love at a distance with people with the kinesiology. So it gives me the flexibility that I want, and also the chance to be hands-on with people when I want it. So there's a million different ways, infinite number of ways that you could build out and do your thing. And this is what's working for me.
It's so awesome to watch you grow. Marcy, do we have your sound?
Not sure.
Marcy has! Marcy party! Marcy, please introduce. Marcy is. I actually just had a call with someone who's interested in hiring us, and she's like, "Do you have somebody to help me with like pricing and stats?" And I'm like, "Oh boy, do I ever!" So, Marcy, tell us about where you are, what you do, all of it.
Hi, everyone. I'm Dr. Marcy Sanderson. I am a chiropractor of 20 plus years in the Greater Toronto area in Ontario, Canada. So, hello, everyone. I have a multi-doctor, multi-practitioner empire here in the area. So, 21, 22 plus practitioners ranging from physio, chiro, massage, acupuncture, holistic nutrition, naturopathy, etc. And I love stats. I love numbers. They don't lie. There's no emotion to them. I love marketing, and that's what I love about Staffless. Is it really, I hear Shona speaking about being staffless, and that really it gets me excited. I would love to maybe reinvent myself and be there, but I'm not. And that's okay because I love where I am as well. And I know there are a lot of other docs out there that want to get here. And, like Kent mentioned about burnout, it's sometimes how do you balance between the two? And it's taking on projects like Staffless or agencies like Staffless that make it possible, truly helping, making my practice more efficient, helping not only me, but my administrative staff. So unlike Shona, I have a lot of administrative support, but they still need Staffless because they can't do it all.
Right. One of the things that we just started doing is before we deliver all of the assets like the website and the practice suite and all these things, we hire a virtual assistant for you. We go and we vet people and we put a group interview together, and you go in road, like you turn your camera off and you say, I want to do a one-on-one interview with this person and that person. And we say, here's your virtual assistant. So what gives me goosebumps as we speak is you guys are all you're coming from such a different perspective in practice. And what have you seen in the past that you wish that you had in a support system that we offer? Like, what do you love about the role that you play on the Staffless team that you wish you had 10 years ago or 5 years ago that you're currently serving as a coach on our team? I'd love to hear that.
I think one of the things for me is the practice suite and having everything in one place. And, the phone, I think for a lot of people, like you could be sitting here doing nothing, for 3 hours. The minute you step away to a patient, the phone would ring, right? And without somebody to answer the phone, it would feel very stressful. And now having like not only a voicemail funnel, but also that missed call text. And then, with a link to online scheduling so that I people feel like they've been answered, they've been heard, they know what to do. And just having these tools to take the stress off of me and just let me practice, and taking the stress off of two people, because a lot of people at the time, they don't want to talk on the phone. So they love that they can text. They love that they can schedule online. And I love that it's all in one place.
I love that too. I also love that we have like an entire geek team. Like we have a whole tech team if anything goes wrong or we have a new idea. And the irony is that Kent doesn't even use a practice suite. He has used it and he saw, this isn't really what I need for my practice right now, but you're still living the systems of the Staffless Practice Success System. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Absolutely. I mean, the amount of material that we have in the school that Dr. Jody has put together and continues to put together. I mean, the amount of training and coaching and just life experience, practice experience that Dr. Jody brought and brings to the school it's just really exceptional. And so as you asked that, I was thinking of all these little things. I just thought of like these little details that are really important to me about having an essential oil diffuser for people because I wanted to create that space. And that really ties back to a larger thing of what we call the perfect practice member, where we help ourselves and other people get clear on who does they want to serve, like who's that person they walk through the door and like you could hang out with them for like you would pay money to see that person because you enjoy that relationship so much. Then how do we design our communication and our actual practice space and our own internal alignment to bring more of those people in? And I know having an essential oil diffuser out and I have a couple big blue books called A Course in Miracles, which is beautiful, beautiful texts that like my perfect practice member is going to walk in and smell my nice essential oils and look at that book and be like, I see you, I get that. And those are details that popped out to me, just one of many that we have in the academy.
It's awesome. Marcy, can you speak to that a little bit? Because I know that your office is it's so beautiful and so professional. How have you shapeshifted the physical space of the office yet at all? Or is it more of a systems thing for you and what you've integrated with Staffless?
For me, it's definitely a systems integration. And it really is only, for me, has only really shapeshift my administration, not what my doctors and practitioners are doing. But one of the things, if I can go back to what you asked, what the suite does for me, or what would I have done 5 years ago, or if I was, brand new, I think one of the best things is the recall program. And I think, especially starting in grassroots, that if you can get your community already knowing that this is how you practice, it's not going to come off as inauthentic. It's going to be, this is how we work. This is how we practice here at whatever clinic or solopreneur you are. And then you just don't have to worry about that engagement because all the other automations and systematizations are taken care of. So
it's awesome. And what do you, when you meet with a doctor and they're like, I have staff, I know my systems are needing support. I'm a little weary as to like, I'm hiring a company called Staffless Practice. What do you say to them? Like, where does your mind go with that? Is there a discrepancy there, or you feel like
100% there's a discrepancy? And even when I started almost now 3 years ago with Staffless myself, there was some intrepidation by my staff. They were like, you're hiring someone staffless? Are you going to fire us all? I'm like, no, you're missing the word. It's staffless. I'm trying to make your job more efficient, more effective, so that you can be present and do what is your genius, and whatever that happens to be. If it's answering the phones is a waste of time, or booking someone and you're more gifted at holding babies or going to make a cup of tea for someone, then that's what I want you to go do as a staff member here at Align Health Center.
I love it. Can you guys talk about one of your favorite coaching moments with a client that you've had, let's say, in the past 90 days? What has been something that you just really enjoyed being witness to? I know I'm kind of pulling questions like,
I
know.
Absolutely. We have a gentleman in the program coaching with us, an acupuncturist, and he's just spread really, really thin with a lot of different things. And being able to be there and really together just acknowledge like, hey, here are the patterns that are running in the background. Because wherever you go, there you are. And if we bring that same mindset into really good systems, they're still going to be overwhelmed because it's coming from the inside out. So we're able to really acknowledge that and provide some clear structure of like, hey, here's what's happening. Here's our game plan moving forward. And we can, with that awareness, we can exit out of the underlying cycle that's perpetuating the stress that brought them to us in the first place. And those sort of ahas are really important to me, because that's how we don't just change things on the surface. We actually shift how someone's operating in practice and help them find the freedom they're looking for.
Yeah, it's really cool. When I hear you say that kind of thing, all of you guys, I think this is so much bigger than me. This is it's a movement. It's an opportunity for practice owners to redo or rethink and then redo their why and their how. Marcy, Shona, do you guys have a story that you want to share?
I do. I feel like with Staffless, we have a tendency to attract people who maybe start and don't want staff. And what was really brought me a lot of excitement is when I see a lot of these young female women who are just killing it. And I can see the aha, that I can do more, I can serve more. And whether it is them, I'm thinking of a few of the young female women that we've served, renting their own space, growing the space that they've decided to be in a 1-room office to now 4 rooms, or whether it is hiring staff and training them on Staffless. That's when that just brings me a lot of joy to see these young women coming out of chiropractic college, knowing who they want to serve already. A lot of them come in with a lot of clarity.
Right.
At least
They have the vision.
more clarity than I had when I graduated. And really, it's systems. It's reassurance. I think that's what we're also bringing them, is just in the confidence and reassurance you're doing the right thing, whether it's veterans of like ourselves, and bringing them just that vote of confidence, you're doing it. But yeah, I love when I see them just thriving and taking the next step into their greatness.
I do want to double click on the, when I discovered Go High Level, I spent probably upwards of 40 hours trying to figure out the program. And I went in circles, waited on hold for hours for support. And I literally walked away from it twice, and then I came back to it. And Go High Level is the platform that we use for our software program, which is called the Practice Suite. The fact that we have an entire tech team, brand team and tech team, that is literally, we say jump, they say how high, and we never have to wait to hear from somebody. I think that that's something that we miss celebrating a little bit too much. I know that our clients come to depend on the customer service that our team has to offer, but I'd love to hear you guys just speak because you're all still clients of Staffless. What has that been like for you, having an entire team working for you on the other side of the computer?
It's awesome. I mean, I'll go into my Slack channel and I'll tag Joanne and I'll ask Joanne a question, and right away, right, she is there and she's getting me answers, or Leah will jump on, or Lori, and it's great because you're not sitting on hold. You're not sending somebody an email and then okay, because then I forget about it. Right. Because I've moved on. I'm like, okay, well, that I just won't deal with that right now. I'll go into something else. So they are so responsive.
And they're kind. They're such kind people. Marcy, I know that you work really closely with our team.
So I'll just use an example. The other day, I got a cold call from another marketing company and trying to, convince me to come over. And I was like, oh, tell me a little bit about, like, I'm always open to hear. Oh, we'll work on one project a month for you. I'm like, pardon? Yeah, we're good. We will make sure we're going to get one project done a month for you, one blog, one post. I'm like, yeah, thanks. No, thanks. No. I mean, if you could see the list of things that we have juggling in the air right now, and the team behind Jody that are just experts in their own field, it's incredible. And,
it's incredible.
What I love about it is you have, as a business owner, we can dream, and they do their best to make it happen. So going back to something we talked about, the implementation, as visionaries, as business owners, we are visionaries, and we need real implementers. And that's what our team is.
That is totally what our team is. Our team lets us dream. That's so true. It's like it's a dream permitting team. We have to come up with some kind of catchy phrase about that. So with a couple minutes left, is there anything else that you guys are like, I really wanted to say this thing?
Yeah, I just, one of the things I really appreciate is working with the young docs and just helping them see them grow, but also with people who've been in practice for a while, and helping them kind of redefine their vision, and to take things one step at a time and be like, just, okay, we're going to work on one thing, get her done. And just watching people go from being like overwhelmed, burnt out, maybe wanting to walk away from practice, and just being like reinvigorated.
Right.
Yeah.
Not even new people in practice. Like, again, I had a call yesterday with somebody who maybe they have 8 people working in their practice, 8 different practitioners. And she's like, I just want to change the way I do everything. Like,
Mhm.
I have not put new systems in place. This is what she said to me, in 10 years. And things are so different now than they were before 2020. And I have not updated my systems. I want my practice to be 2026 ready. And I think that we do that in style. So Dr. Marcy, Dr. Ken, anything else?
I just want to also I think sometimes, Jody, you forget that not only do you have a dream team that we don't see here today behind us doing all the technical things, but I think you have hand selected a really great group here of coaches that each bring value into where my weakness is, there is someone else's strength. And it just makes me know when I'm speaking to somebody that if it's not my jam or I can't get into what their hurdles are, that I know I have a supportive group of other coaches that I can lean in on and know that they've got them.
I'm really proud of you guys. I love you so much, and I love that you're still on this ride with me. And you know, my journey with the coaches on the team it's very clear. I'm not your boss, right? We all work together. And I say that to our tech team too. Like, I'm not your boss. I don't want to be anybody's boss. We're all on this mission, fulfilling this vision together. And I'm just really proud to be in this game with you guys. Ken, anything you want to share before we hop off?
You know, things are really sticky when it feels like you're alone or you got to do it all yourself. And I remember times when I've coached with Dr. Jody, when I've coached with Dr. Shona. I haven't coached directly with Dr. Marcy. I think a little bit, but as a team, things I feel like problems, you bring them to light and we can have a good laugh and create solutions. And it doesn't have to be such a struggle. So I've really appreciated those times when I've been coaching with others, I've been coached, I've been with the team, when we just get to have fun with it and create good solutions.
Thanks, Ken. All right, you guys, if you're watching this recording, go make the world better with great care. We're right here if you need anything. And to my coaches, stay in the room. I'll be just hopping us off of the live stream.